What's going on? I was very, very happy to be able to do this video, and I heard the story. I've been following this kid, since he had his issues at Cass Tech. We talk about it. We talk about redemption, the road to redemption. I think he's pretty much acquired that of Jayru Campbell, or Jayru Campbell, excuse me. We back, Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Your boy CJ Goodfellow. Make sure you check out our social media accounts. All links in the description: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button when you listen to the video from your boy. Excuse me, a little bit under the weather, but yeah, man. I know a lot of people probably forgot about Jayru Campbell. He was a kid at Cass Tech that slammed a security guard, got 6 months. Then he had a domestic violence charge, and pretty much Michigan State and every other college, abandoned him. They didn't want to give him an offer. He had to go to, I think a JUCO in Garden City, Kansas. He took them to a national championship. He switched to a receiver for the betterment of the team, right? And now he's at Ferris State. He led Ferris State, I believe, to their first Division II national championship as the quarterback. And he had a long road to redemption, man. After he slammed the security guard and the whole thing with his girlfriend and stuff of that nature, the DV charge. He said, according to the article, and I'll link the article to the description, Detroit News, that a lot of people, left. What I'm saying? All his friends abandoned him for the most part. A lot of people left him out in the cold, and that's what happened, bro. When you out, when you balling, when you up, what I'm saying? And everything is good, and everything is going. It's easy for people to gravitate towards you and try to steal your energy or be a part of that energy and be a part of that good period. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm doing this story is not because I personally know the kid. I don't. But I love when second chances, work out for anybody. This society is so frowned upon giving people a second chance, and one mistake, ruins your whole resume, your whole career. You know what I'm saying, as a person, and I don't represent that. I don't stand for that. I believe in rehabilitating, not prison systems. I believe that prison systems should rehabilitate and not pretty much debilitate, character and people. In other countries, like I think New Zealand, they rehabilitate their people. Teach them, give them a trade. So when they go back out in the real world, they can be outstanding citizens. But in our society in America, it's all about really, tearing people down, debilitating. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you made a mistake when you were 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, you got to live with that mistake for the rest of your life. No, I don't believe that, man. Even if you do some things when you younger, 13, 12, to 18, 19, 20. I mean, there's plenty of people that done a lot of bad things at those ages. But at the end of the day, people, he made a mistake. And he had to rebuild himself up. And he's matured from it. And God take you through certain, take you through certain areas and take you through certain places. And, he prevailed, man. He already won. He already a champion in my book, bro. He's a champion. Most people would have did that situation with his status as a 3-star athlete. Didn't want to go to JUCO. They wouldn't have went to JUCO. They would have went back to the streets, hit the block, and just did what he did. But he matured, man. He matured, man, and he leading Ferris State to the championship, man. And the article is very revealing, man. I'm gonna read some of the article. Campbell, who led Cass Tech to 2 back-to-back state titles as a freshman and a sophomore, went from assaulting a school security guard in 60 days in jail stint, pleading guilty to a misdemeanor charge of domestic violence involving a girlfriend, and serving more time in jail to leading Ferris State football program to an NCAA Division II national championship game, just 4 years after his arrest. Ferris State 15-0 plays Valdosta, Georgia State, in Georgia, 13-0 in his first national championship appearance, and it's yet another opportunity for Jayru to make his mark. He's committed to being the best he can be for the team. Annis said, I guess I don't know how to pronounce his coach's name, but before that happened, he had to be the best person he could be away from the field. Campbell is one of 9 candidates for the Harlan Hill Trophy, given to the best Division II player. He leads Ferris State into Saturday showdown at McKinney Independent School District Stadium in McKinney, Texas. Kickoff is 4 p.m. It's another milestone in his comeback Campbell transferred to Ferris State after winning a national championship at Garden City Community College, where he played receiver in 2016. Cass Tech coach Thomas Wilcher said Campbell understood his opportunity at Ferris. In turn, he said Campbell matured. Wilcher remained in Campbell's corner despite the high school troubles. He advised Campbell to pick safe environments going forward. Big Rapid fit the criteria. I thought that was a very mature move by him, Wilcher said. He wanted to be around people that would make him grow and be a better person. The former three-star prospect sat out the entire 2017 season with the red shirt. The coach wanted, I don't want to butcher his name, wanted to give Campbell time to focus on himself rather than push him to be a media star. People often ask the coach, Anderson, I'm just call him Anderson, why would you give somebody a second chance? The answer from Ferris State 7th-year head coach dates to his time as a high school and educator of students in the classroom. I was a high school teacher for 25 years, Anderson said. I had to give people second chances every day. That's what an educator does. Okay, I hope all coaches out there are willing to work with young people, work young people to bring out the best that's in them. Focus on the positive traits they may have, not the negative experience they have. Okay, and as well, and I agree with that. When you're an educator, a truancy officer, and, I'm just talking about in the city of Detroit, DPS, and probably anywhere, any inner city. You know how many times that I've seen people that could have been expelled in DPS, bro. And the principal work with them, truancy officer work with them, the educator work with them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's about second chances. The society today frowns on second chances. They frown on you maturing and making mistakes in your past and maturing past that. With the Kevin Hart situation, we all make mistakes. Nobody perfect. When people was young, we made plenty of mistakes. Mismanaged money. Went to the club. We was broke. Did a lot of dumb things, man. He was 18, 17-year-old when he slammed that security. It was a mistake, okay? And it also came out that he had been sexually assaulted as a minor. In this article, this dude had been touched. So was something deeper going on. And on top of that, I don't believe his dad was in his life from what I heard back in the day. His dad wasn't there, for real. His dad had came back in his life when he became a star at Cass Tech, I believe. I may be wrong, okay, from what I heard. So he had, somebody close to the family was sexually assaulting him as a kid, bro. So, it's deeply rooted, man. You don't never know what's going on with a kid and what a kid been through. And a lot of people can't fathom that. A judge can't fathom that. A prosecutor, district attorney can't fathom that. And to be honest, I'm going to put a nugget out there, man. Any judge, district attorney, prosecutor, however you want to label them in the judicial system, they should be able to have to, as a part of them becoming a judge, they should have to be a truancy officer, so many hours in a high school, man. I would say at least a full year worth of hours have to work in a high school, in an inner city high school, and be like a social worker or something like that with these kids and understand what problems these kids going through. Because you can't understand why Johnny is stealing steak or why is he out here robbing houses. And I'm not saying it's right, but you can't understand it unless you understand Johnny. And you being a judge, you ain't trying to hear that with Johnny having a public defender. You feel me? You ain't trying to hear that. So if you actually work with the kids, go inside the high school, you be a truancy officer, you follow the principal, you work in the front, you see these things, man. I seen people who didn't have nothing to eat that the principal would give them lunches. They would give them lunches to take home because they had nothing to eat. This way deeper than what people think it is. In his situation, it was deeper than what people know. You don't ever know what nobody going through. The meteorologist that took her life off Fox 2, that hurt. I didn't know her, but it hurt. You don't never know what nobody going through. So just me being around, I went to DPS for like 3 years of my life. And it was a culture shock. I was in performing arts school, private schools, 2.5 years. Okay? It's a shock. It's reality. A lot of kids got things going on. So I'm happy that this dude, Jayru Campbell, getting a second chance. He deserved it. And he's made the most of the second chance. He's made the most. He's matured from it. Made better decisions. When he was five, that happened to him. That don't go away. You don't get over somebody sexually assaulting you at any age. And also, you got to give credit to Seahawks cornerback Delano Hill, Dallas quarterback Jordan Lewis. I believe they all went to Cass Tech, Ohio State, Mike Weber. All reached out to Jayru Campbell to make sure he was straight. You know? To make sure he was straight. He matured, man. He should be at Michigan State or at Michigan or should be at a big school. But since he got that mark on him, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like having an F in your report card if y'all feel what I'm saying. You know, people don't want to give him a second chance. People act like you can't make mistakes. You can make mistakes and bounce back. Everybody made mistakes. And it's cool. This dude then made a huge impact at Ferris State. You insert him, and all of a sudden, you had a national championship. Without him, they probably don't even make the playoffs. I don't know the team. I'm not disrespecting them, but we just speculate. He's an iconic football player. Obviously, he's a Division I prospect. He should have been in D1 again. But people look at that situation. Oh, we can't have. Same thing with Randy Moss. Got a little bit of trouble. Had to go to Marshall. Talent is talent, and this kid is an NFL talent. You know, and you make mistakes. You make them, but it's all about how you right them wrong, how you learn from the mistake. He learned from them. Matured. They tried to throw him a watch party for the little Heisman Trophy thing they got going on. He don't want a watch party. He just want to go win a national championship. That's it. You can respect that. That's maturity. He ain't a me first guy. He a team guy. And how much more do we need to mature to see people give him another chance? For people to forget about that. You know, this is one of the best stories I heard out of Detroit in a long time. This is an excellent story. Excellent story. A lot of positivity, man. This is a story that should be ran on the news instead of, oh, this guy got shot and this guy is faking people or taking people money. Man, we need more stories like this. You know? But you never know what people are going through. Michigan State can use this guy right now. After everything they got going on there, you had dudes, for you to not even want this dude back or re-offer him a scholarship, you got dudes over here touching women at Michigan State. You know, you got a lot of things going on at Michigan State that they covering up and stuff of that nature, you know? You got a lot of things that go on at every college, but you know what? He went to Big Rapids, Michigan, Ferris State, Michigan, and made the best out of it. You know? He's a champion. In my book, he already a champion. He already a winner. He's already a winner. Straight up. He won. He could have easily went back to the hood and went back to being negative and doing whatever he was doing, having vices, running the streets, and went back to the same people that abandoned him at his time of darkness. But he didn't, though. And I want to give a shout out to Dawson from Cass Tech. Dawson from Grand Valley State and his Cass Tech coach, Welcher. You know? You shout out guys like that, man, who mentor guys who don't really have fathers in their life, who got them on the right track. Y'all don't understand, man, what some of these dudes in DPS do, man. Y'all don't understand it. A lot of these dudes take these kids home from basketball practice. A lot of these dudes take these kids out to eat. A lot of these dudes get these dudes clothes and shoes. And a lot of these, man, DPS football coaches, basketball coaches, truancy officers, educators, man, that still do that and been doing this for years and doing it the right way and taking care of them kids, man, they the real MVP, man. They stuck by this kid. They stuck by him. And that's what you do. That's a real care. It goes beyond books and winning me championship. It's a real bond. And without them men in his life, man, he probably would have fell back into that hole. You know? But he didn't do it, man. Salute to Jayru Campbell, man. I want to do this video. Blessings, brothers. Blessing and keep staying up. Motor City Sports Talk. You can email me. You can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All those links there. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's there as well. And the Ferris State football information is in the article link in the description. What time and how you can watch the game. I think it's 4 p.m. Saturday down in Texas. They playing Valdosta State from Georgia, both undefeated. More to see Sports Talk.